Welcome. Hashtag TheVersaShow is part of an entertainment podcast that exercises our freedom of speech. Our conversations, opinions, debate on a certain topic is not to offend anyone in any source. For that being said, enjoy the show. Yo, what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? What is happening? And welcome to another special edition here on Hashtag TheVersaShow. And of course, I am your host, the one that you have voted, the GOAT, the Versa. And you make sure that you do these three things. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and you press that bell at the same time. Ladies and gentlemen, well, listen, on Hashtag TheVersaShow, I do got some spectacular news here. Well, not really spectacular news, but we got some good topics here on Hashtag TheVersaShow. All right, look, we have 4 episodes left to the 100th episode, so let's go ahead and get that out the way. And just like as I promised on the previous episode when I had Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, I got Rich Dad and Poor Dad right here on this episode on Hashtag TheVersaShow. So once again, go on Amazon, go ahead and get your financial books. Also to get your mindset books too as well. And just continue to grow because Hashtag TheVersaShow is growing, the mindset is growing, and hopefully your pockets will be growing too. So, once again, make sure you go ahead and get yourself a financial book. On this episode is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So, on the next episode of Hashtag TheVersaShow, who knows what other book is going to be up here. So, just to help you guys out, just to get you guys financially up to par. You feeling what I'm saying? But anyway, so, look, when it comes down to some of these parents in sports, right? And yes, we're going to talk about some sports talk, but when it comes down to these parents into sports, you got to know the difference between the business and at the household. Being at the house and being at the arenas, okay? Anyway, I'm not even going to hold you guys up too much on Hashtag TheVersaShow, but I do appreciate you guys viewing Hashtag TheVersaShow, cruising, chilling with the boy. And again, and the second anniversary has 3,000 viewers. Thank you guys so much for making the second anniversary of Hashtag TheVersaShow 3,000 viewers. And you guys can check out Hashtag TheVersaShow, the second anniversary of Hashtag TheVersaShow on the channel. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's get things started, all right? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we better go ahead and get into some sports talk, ladies and gentlemen. Sports talk here on Hashtag TheVersaShow. All right, so hello. Once again, we got the cue cards. We got the cues. We got them. Now, so what we got here? Okay, LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith. All right. So, Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James. All right. Okay, cool. All right. So let's go ahead, fall through up now. On home, you guys got your instrumental. Plus two. How are you guys doing, man? Hope everybody's doing good. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody's enjoying their day. Ain't gonna be so much for Stephen A. Smith. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I kind of feel bad for Stephen A. Smith, because Stephen A. Smith kind of looked like a dog the way that LeBron James went up to him, man, I just felt so bad for Stephen A. Smith. Here we go. Man, I'm trying to find me an instrumental. Can't find me an instrumental. Hot damn it. All right, man, we good now. We got it. So anyway, so it was the third quarter of the Lakers game, and LeBron James decides to take his time to walk over to Stephen A. Smith when Stephen A. Smith was with the owner of Endeavor, Ari Emanuel, and LeBron James went over to Stephen A. Smith and he said, listen, man, well, this is not in quote, but paraphrasing. He's like, yo, man, stop talking about my fucking son. You talking shit about my son. Stop talking about my son. So Stephen A. is like, listen, hey, LeBron, bro. And LeBron's kind of stopped him. He's like, nah, fuck that, man. Yo, stop talking about my son. Okay? Chill with that. And then Stephen A. was like, all right, LeBron, all right, whatever. And then, then they kind of part ways, right? Here's my question that I have, okay? My important question, right? If LeBron wasn't Bronny's father, right? Just teammates, will LeBron James have the same energy towards Stephen A. Smith? And to tell you the truth, I wouldn't really think so. That's like, if LeBron playing with the Cavaliers in 2016 and 17, well, when he got back in the 2015 season, but 2016 and 17, and Stephen A. Smith starts talking about Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving. I don't think Stephen A. Smith would go up to, I don't think LeBron James would go up to Stephen A. Smith and be like, yo, man, that's my fucking teammate. Don't talk about my fucking teammate, man. That's my teammate. I don't think LeBron would do that, to tell you the truth. I think, okay, everybody's using the analogy when LeBron James was playing with the Cavaliers. This is 2000 and I don't know, 7, 8, 9, something like that. And he was going up against the Boston Celtics. And LeBron caught a hard foul and there was a little ruckus on the court. And LeBron's mom stood up and she starts to riff, feel me? And LeBron told, which I'm like, what? Because if I would have told my mom that, she would have got off the stands and beat my ass. But LeBron James told his mother, sit your ass down. And, that was a parent defending her son on a little scruffit that they got going on. Now, LeBron, I understand that you are a parent now because you got sons. I think you have a daughter too, if I'm not mistaken, but I know you got sons. And here is what I want people to understand when I say this, when people be asking me about this whole situation between Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James. So I'll break it down to you like this. LeBron James, first and foremost, I understand and I get it. I got 3 sons and I got a daughter. And you need to understand, sir, that you brought your son into the NBA. By you bringing your son into the NBA, this is what he's going to get. He's going to get critique on his play action, his play work on the court, If Bronny is averaging 12 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, if he's averaging 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists in every game, you will not expect an analyst to talk about his game? They doing their job, man. They doing their job. It is not only just basketball, it's also for the NFL, also for hockey, baseball, soccer, tennis, you name it. They all got sports analysts. And all of them is going to talk about each player on the field or on the court, wherever they're playing at. So by you, LeBron James, bring your son into the NBA where they will get critiqued on their work, on their skills, their abilities, and most importantly, the time that they spend off the court. Like, what are they doing to improve the skills, the game? Last time I checked, and it's true, you guys can check it out, but I personally don't think it's wrong. But if we're talking about the greatest, right? I don't think like Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan would be sitting around playing video games thinking about the next video game competition that they're willing to go up to face whoever. No, Michael Jordan and Kobe would be in the basketball court shooting, defending, blocks, rebounds, passes, as much people want to talk about Kobe don't pass, but eventually he learned to pass the same way Michael Jordan when Phil Jackson got into the Chicago Bulls as the head coach, when they infiltrated the triangle. He was like, listen, I don't care, Michael, if Doug Collins gave you the ball. We're going to use the triangle. And by using the triangle, you're going to pass the ball. And guess what? It got Michael championships. It also got Michael also higher in assists, and his relationship with the teammates, regardless of whatever they say on The Last Dance. Still, he was a hell of a teammate, and he was trying to prepare them to go up against these tougher competitors in the West for the championships. So, being said all that, right? They are in the gym day and night and day to work on their game. All I be seeing from Bronny, and I get it, this is the new age. The new age is high on technology. The graphics on video games is not like how it was with the Nintendos. LeBron, like when you was growing up, the Nintendos was, little pixel graphics. Now they got like full-blown graphics, right? Games is looking like the real deal. So it's more intriguing than for Bronny to be on the court working on his game, practicing his shots and his free throws, and saying, hey, listen, yo, bros, meet me on the basketball court so I can work on my defense. And then he get critiqued like a Stephen A. Smith to talk about like, oh, well, his game is not up to par the way like LeBron is. But now, mind you, LeBron, you brought him into the league, okay? So I understand as a father, you're going to defend your son. And like I said, would I defend my sons in the entertainment business? In some aspects. But on the other side of the coin, they have to take the heat. And I would tell my kids, learn to take the heat. It's just part of the business. The way that I have to take the heat from certain criticisms, I got to embrace the heat. So LeBron, instead of going up to Stephen A. Smith, which I felt like what you should have done professionally was to tell him like, listen, yo, after the game, don't you go nowhere. I want to talk to you after the game, okay? And then Stephen A. What was it about? Stephen A., after the game, I want to talk to you. I fine, because you're LeBron James. So of course Stephen A. is going to stay and wait for LeBron James. Hell, if you tell me to wait, and I'm like, for what? I'm telling you to wait, man. You better wait. Don't you go nowhere. I don't know. There's a lot of things that I'm thinking of. Maybe he's going to give me one of his legendary jerseys. He might give me one of his championship rings. He might give me free tickets to the Lakers game until he retires. Or it could be a conversation. I don't know what the whole case is if you're telling me to stay. But if you would have told him to stay and you guys would have talked behind closed doors, then the video of you of looking like you about to punch the man, that wouldn't go so viral. And I also want to clear things up too when people are when they talking about oh well, LeBron James, he's right because as a parent, first and foremost, all right, you guys know he is in a sport where he's going to get critiqued, period. All right, so stop with the whole notion like, oh well, LeBron is completely right. He's not completely right, okay? Because he handled that situation, in my eyes, quite wrong. He should have, like I said before, told Stephen A, hey, let's go outside and let's talk. And top of that, LeBron should know that he been in the game for 22, going on 23 years, that he's going to get criticized. Bronny will get criticized about his game. So I hate to say, Bronny, but if you step your game up, then people won't talk shit about how your game is played on the court. Versus LeBron, people won't have to talk shit about your son. And to clarify what Stephen A. Smith was saying, he really wasn't talking shit about your son. He was really talking shit about you bringing your son into the league where he's going to be talked about. And this is Bronny's dream, to be in the NBA. So LeBron, as this is your son's dream to be in the NBA, the same way it was your dream to be in the NBA for having the chosen one tattoo on your back and having 23 on your jersey. Let your son play the game and let him get critiqued on, okay? Because I'm gonna be real, God forbid, I'm sorry, I'm just being real, the truth, all right? Realness. From the words of Gucci Mane, this ain't a diss song. This the truth. If you're no longer around, God forbid, you're no longer around, then Bronny had no choice, well, besides his mom and his brothers, or he had sisters, but then Bronny had no choice but to defend himself as an athlete. And he has two choices: take the criticism and get better and stronger, or quit. Quit, go play video games, go to them Call of Duties or them NBA 2Ks competitions, those gaming competitions that they be having. Go for $100,000 or so like that instead of getting $1 million a contract, and let Bronny be Bronny. But again, LeBron, I understand as a parent, all right? If somebody talks shit about my sons and they're in the entertainment world, and my kids are like, Dad, he's talking mad wild shit about me, I'll be like, listen, son, get on that microphone and start saying some shit. Get on that video camera and start saying some shit. Retaliate. Don't let him have the upper hand. Retaliate. Then they got no choice but to say good things about you when you get better and when you get stronger. They got no choice but to say good things about you. So don't have the whole notion like, oh, well, LeBron is right or Stephen A is right. Stephen A is doing his job as an analyst. He's been doing it for decades, and plus First Take is pretty much his show. Once Skip Bayless left, then it was Stephen A all the way. So he's going to do his job. He's getting paid to talk about these athletes. And I hate to say it, but he's not really trying to make friends until, their career is over. But while they're still in the game, he's not there to make friends. He's there to get paid, do his job, and go to other interviews, do his show, and then go home. So, that's pretty much what I want to say about that. Because, the example that I want to use too as a wrestling fan is Rey Mysterio and Dominic, right? Father and sons. First ever father and son to hold the tag team championships. Which is funny, it should have been The Rock and his father, Rocky Johnson, but it so happens to be Rey Mysterio and Dominic. We all see the scene as wrestling fans when Brock Lesnar was beating the hell out of Dominic. And that's when Cain Velasquez was going up against Brock Lesnar at Crown Jewel for the WWE Championship. So it wasn't like Rey Mysterio went up to Brock Lesnar and was like, yo, man, don't be doing that to my son, man. Don't be doing that to my son. Like, I really will beat your ass, man, and I really will sue you. Don't be doing that to my son. It was a storyline for Cain Velasquez to get into the WWE. That's all it was, just a storyline. So Ray really didn't take it personal. He knows that he brought his son into a business, that he's going to get hurt, he's going to get critiqued, and even if he does a slip up, if they're doing Raw talk or Smack talk, they're going to talk about Dominic Mysterio slipping up. Oh, Dominic Mysterio hasn't won a WWE championship when he ever since he won a title with his father, or Dominic hasn't won a match, like a real good match, since when? Dominic hasn't gone for a world title, ever since he stepped foot to the WWE. He's going to get critiqued. Dominic Mysterio is going to get critiqued, but guess what? Rey Mysterio is not going to go up to that person's face and say, hey, don't talk shit about my son. That person's doing his job if they're getting paid to critique the athletes. And LeBron, you should know that. So I'm not on Stephen A. Smith's side versus I'm not on LeBron's side. I'm on the side of business. And LeBron, how you handle that business was wrong. And Stephen A. Smith, I don't see anything really wrong. You just calling it how it is. So keep doing your job, Stephen A. Smith. And LeBron, stop getting out your way on halftime or timeouts to talk to somebody, okay? And then in a Boston Celtics game, when what's his name, Jefferson, your former teammate, went over to you and allude you the whole situation, you go, "Oh, I don't care about that motherfucker. I don't care. It don't mean shit to me. Whoop 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 de whoop." Yeah, okay. And then you stepped up to Stephen A. Smith like you had a problem in the third quarter at a timeout. Third quarter, when I found out it was the third quarter, I mean, I don't know when Stephen A. Smith came to the game, but nah, bro, I don't know. There was a professional, but Stephen A., keep doing your thing, bro. Keep doing your thing. Yeah. Anyway, what we got here? Okay. So athletes' greatness. All right. Oh, okay. That's what I want to talk about too, about athlete greatness, because I was watching the Gilbert Arenas podcast, and it was interesting because they were talking about the greatness between Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and Michael Jordan, right? Now, look, I'll keep this short and sweet, but the greatness between Michael Jordan and LeBron James, I just want to get that out the way first, okay? Because that's a checkmate. To all the LeBron lovers that believe that LeBron James is number one over Michael Jordan, I just got one word that hopefully sums it up, and it's a checkmate word. And that is juggernaut. Michael Jordan is a juggernaut when it comes to the finals. He's a juggernaut. LeBron James is not a juggernaut. 2012, 2013, when he won playing with the Miami Heat, that could have been his juggernaut journey. But what happened in 2014? He lose to the San Antonio Spurs, which he gave Kawhi Leonard his first championship. That is not a juggernaut. Michael Jordan went up in 97 against the Utah Jazz. John Stockton, Karl Malone. 98, again, back-to-back. Chicago Bulls, Utah Jazz. As today, as on this episode, as we speak, John Stockton and Karl Malone doesn't have any rings, any championship rings, because of Michael Jordan. Yes, Karl Malone went to the finals in 2004 when he was playing with the Lakers, but he went up against Detroit and did he get swept? Or they lost in game 5. I think they lost in game 5. But still, like, Jordan stopped Karl Malone from getting championships. Michael Jordan stopped John Stockton from getting championships. Michael Jordan stopped Charles Barkley from getting championships. Michael Jordan stopped Shawn Kemp from getting championships. That is what you call a juggernaut. LeBron James gave his opponents championships. A lot of them championships. So, to me, that's not a juggernaut when it comes to LeBron James. But don't get me wrong. LeBron James is great when it comes to 2007. He went to the finals. Only 4 years in the league. Then he won. He won 2012 and 13. In 2011, he lost to the Dallas Mavericks. Went to 8 straight finals in 1 decade. Won 3 out of the 8. And then when he went to the Los Angeles Lakers, the pandemic championship, right? He wins that one. Now, yes, LeBron James gave new talent like Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, Anthony Davis, Chris Bosh their first championships. Yes, LeBron did that. But he's still a juggernaut in the sense of he gave Kevin Durant championships, Kawhi Leonard a championship, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson a championship. You know, the only two people that LeBron only stopped as we speak right now from getting championships is Russell Westbrook and James Harden. Those are the only two that LeBron stopped from getting championships. But everybody else that he went up against got championships, and he could have stopped them, but he decided, listen, I gotta be dated. 2015 was different because Kyrie Irving was hurt, Kevin Love was hurt, and it was 2007 all over again. So I understand that, but still, if he would have won that, we would talk about the greatness about LeBron James more than we talked about Michael Jordan. Now with Kobe Bryant to me is second from, and what I mean second from Michael Jordan, what I mean is like skill wise, the ability, and also too, let's also not forget when it comes to Kobe Bryant that he went to he won 3 years, 2000 and 2002, and then he went in 2004, so that's 4. Then he went in 2008, so that's 5, 9, and 10. So he went to 7 championships, Kobe Bryant, and he only lost 2 of those bad boys, and that was 2004 and 2008. And out of those 5, of course, 3-peated, but he was close enough to Michael Jordan if he would have won 2008, which he lost in Game 7 at Boston. So, he could have been the next Michael Jordan, which he was 2 inches from being the next Michael Jordan. But when it comes to LeBron James, I'm not going to, discredit his greatness. He is great. Still is great. 22 years in the game, still killing it. And I'd be looking at LeBron James like, bro, like it's like LeBron James is the type of person that would play with the college kids. Like he won't play with the 30s and the 40-year-olds. Like he'll go to a college campus and start playing with his college kids, which it improves his ability, These college kids, man, these young kids, man, they going, man. They still going. Like they're fast. So, but, LeBron James is great, but other than that, it's Michael. It's Michael. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and switch some gears. I don't really want to talk about this, but it is what it is. But anyway, let's get into some news talk, ladies and gentlemen. Some news talk. All right. So, anyway, right now, what I like to call it is a money war that's going on right now. And if you're following up on Donald Trump's tariffs with China, Mexico, and Canada, right now everybody is on an uproar right now. Mexico's on an uproar. What I mean by uproar is like they're not really too happy about Donald Trump's tariffs plan. Him and his administrators. So, Canada is taking U.S. products off the shelves. I don't know about Mexico. I don't know if they're gonna start taking U.S. stuff. But Canada is like, listen, look, if Trump is talking about these tariffs and raising prices, then we taking these prices off our marketing right now. Okay, I want to explain something to the people who don't know too much about the tariffs, right? So there was a guy named William. His name is William McKinley. Here we go. William McKinley, right? William McKinley was known as like the tariff man. He was like the tariff god, whatever you want to call him. But he was the guy that he infiltrated the whole tariffs plan when it came to other countries, including Canada too. So reading up on William McKinley, what he pretty much did was that he was like, look, if you guys have a problem with taxes, I could solve that, okay? But the problem is that I'm gonna have to raise the prices. But by me raising the prices, then you guys don't have to pay too much taxes. So I think that is what Donald Trump is pretty much doing, is that he's trying to be this generation of William McKinley. I have John Cena music in my headphones. That's why I'm like all over the place. Like, I can't. But anyway, so William McKinley, he's the next generation of William McKinley, Donald Trump. And what Donald Trump is pretty much doing, in which everybody is like, oh my God, because eggs is going up, right? Bread is going up, rice is going up. So if tariffs is going up, right, and you spending more money out your pocket, when you make your money, you're not giving back to like the government when it comes to taxes and stuff. So Trump is trying to tell Americans, like, listen, I'm trying to save you guys some money. I'm trying to put more money in your pockets. Yes, I know you guys don't get it. Like, it doesn't make any sense because it's like prices is going up. But what would you rather have? Prices going up, or you want taxes going up when you got to pay more out of your taxes than your pockets? So, think of it this way. It's like a drug dealer, for instance, right? A drug dealer doesn't have to pay taxes, right? All he has to do is put a price tag on his drugs, and then he get his money. And the only thing he has to spend, when it comes to gaining his profit is just the drugs, but he's not paying taxes. Now, he might have a bottle, it might start from like, let's say $5, right? And you buying them $5 caps. Then next thing you know, you might go to the guy and it's like, yeah, it's going to be 15. 15? Man, why is it $15? Man, don't worry about it. Listen, instead of you getting small caps, you're going to be like this size now. So you get like a little bit more. Oh, okay, yeah. He's thinking about having more money in his pocket, and he don't have to spend more. So more is coming in and less is coming out. So that's pretty much is what Trump is saying with tariffs, is that he's trying to have, when it comes to taxes, less is going out, but more is coming in. But hey, but the problem is that the stock is now bearishing, and Tesla's, what's going on with Tesla is I don't know. Tesla went down, now it's going up. I don't know what's happening with Tesla. Now, this to me, I was like, this really caught my attention. Warren Buffett, the $1 billion stock marketer, stock exchanger, Warren Buffett, calls this tariffs a act of war. Now, I just have read that Canada has now hit United States with a $22 billion percentage. It's like Canada is hitting hard right now. And Warren Buffett so far is right. Like, this is pretty much a act of war when it comes to these tariffs. China is not compromising with the United States. Mexico is not compromising with the United States ever since Trump changed the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. And now Canada is really fighting back. United States wants 25% from the tariffs plans, and Canada is heading them with a $22 billion it's like a plan. Like hold on, let me see. I gotta search it up for a second. Give me 1 second, because I saw it not too long ago. Like, this is getting serious when it comes to all these financial stuff. Here we go. So Canada hits U.S. with $21 billion in retaliatory tariffs as global trade war heats up. So, retaliatory tariffs. Excuse me. Retaliatory tariffs as global trade wars heats up. So Canada hits the United States with a $21 billion. And then Trump is trying to make Canada the 51st state of the United States. I mean, look, it goes back to my question with Donald Trump. Is he doing a good job? Some people are not liking it. Some people are liking it. Some people want Donald Trump to run again after his last term. And then some people want him as the 5th headstone of Mount Everest. So now, if the question was asked to me, is Donald Trump doing a good job? To be honest with you, I mean, I see what he's doing. I understand what he's doing. And I said this on a previous episode on #TheVersaShow. If you voted for Kamala Harris, you're voting for health. If you're voting for Donald Trump, you're voting for wealth. Now, since we got Donald Trump, now we're all aiming for wealth. And how is that going? You guys tell me, because a lot of people are complaining that, oh, well, eggs is going up. Yeah, but then once the end of the year happens and then we start to begin a new year, then you won't be complaining. Because then you start to realize, oh my God, I got more money off my taxes than last year, than 2 years, than when Biden was president, when Obama was president, when George Bush was president. So now you have Donald Trump, and Donald Trump is trying to say, like I said, he's trying to have more money coming in than you guys spending coming out. But again, you got to think smart when it comes to money. I was watching a video about how money works, right? And some people falls into the money trap. Now, what is the money trap? The money trap is the luxury things that you see around. You feel me? Like, okay, like I'll use me for an example. I put myself up in a pedestal. I don't mind. The watch, the T-bone chain, the polo, the Versace shades, right? All those are luxury things, right? Now, most people might look at that and go, you know what? I can't afford that. But, I want to get stuff like that because I see it on social media. I see it with guys, they have diamond chains on, the like the chokers and stuff like that. And I want to get that. That's called the money trap. It's spending your money on liability things that is not really used for your lifestyle. What you need to do is start taking your money and start using it or spending it on assets. That assets is like when you have something that's bringing you money into your pockets. So you want to make sure that you have your money work for you. Make your money work for you. So instead of you spending money out your pockets, you have money coming in your pockets or your bank accounts if you want to be technical. But you want to make sure that you don't fall into the money trap. And I have noticed that certain things that, like, for instance, like I got paid, right? Now, I saw this, I saw the threes that I wanted to get, the Jordan threes. And I'm like, oh man, I got the outfit for it. I got the polo shirt for it, but it costs like $400, right? As much I want to get them $400 shoes, you got to think about it this way. Let's say if I bought that from the Jordan brand, jordanbrand.com, let's just say, right? That Jordan brand is getting my $414. They just made a profit of $414. I just lost $414. Okay. As much I want them shoes and it's match my outfit, I got to take the sacrifice route. So what I did, I started looking up on stocks. A lot of stocks is going down. A lot of stocks is bearish. Bearishing. So this is the perfect time to start buying your stocks. So I bought Home Depot. Home Depot was like at first it was like at 350. Now it's at 327. Regardless, it keeps going down to 314, 305. Buy the stock. Because let's just say that the tariff war is over. The money war is over. Then guess what? Stock is going up. Real estate is going up. Prices on eggs and stuff it might stay, might go up, or might stay. But you will start to realize, like, oh, okay, this is actually working. So again, take your money and just use it wisely. You feel me? even some people might be like, oh, well, having a savings account, it's a slow process, but it depends what kind of bank that you use. Like you can use American Express savings account. They're FDIC approved, so you could trust in them, I guess. Not like Bank of America. They had like somebody taking like what, billions of dollars once upon a time. So like I said, do research on your banks and stuff. Go talk to a financial advisor, and you should be okay when it comes to money. But don't just spend your money on these luxury materialistic things. You feel me? Like, invest in your money. Just put it in real estate. Even get a Roth account. A Roth. Go to your bank and ask for a Roth, and they'll help you out. Build your money up. Like I said on a previous episode, think about the long term. Don't think about present and, oh my God, like this person got like this $1 billion house. Oh, I want to get it. No, think about your long term. Your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, and your 80s, and your next generation. Gotta think about them. And also too, you gotta think about, God forbid, if something happens to you, then at least you have, financial control. You're stable. You're okay. So, also too, it's like about financial advice as well. Damn, I just had I can't remember where, but save your money, okay? Save it and make your money work for you. And this book right here, Rich Dad Poor Dad. This book, hold on, here we go. Rich Dad Poor Dad. This book right here, very important. It teaches you how to make your money. Also too, this guy, his father was he considered his father a poor dad, versus his friend Mike, his dad was a rich dad, he called him. And with that, it's like rich dad is telling him that, look, even though your dad has a good education, but your father works for money. He, like the government wants him to work for their money. I don't do that. I own my own business. I pay the people less money, and these are the ones that need money so they could get up and pay for their rent. While me, I got to worry about money coming in my business so I could feed my family and give my company to my son, Mike, his friend. So it's an interesting book. I haven't finished reading it yet, but I'm digging it so far. Also, too, if you hear like this big horn in the background, it's the shipyard. This is a ship that's trying to cross the bridge. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, Rich Dad Poor Dad is a good book. And like I said, I had the Psychology of Money, and I'm gonna have another book on another episode on #TheVersaShow. So trust me, I'm trying to get you guys up to date when it comes to this whole entire financial case, because I be seeing all these young cats, and like for instance, like Bad Baddie was on DDG. I think that's the one I was that I forgot. Now it's popped right in my head. DDG had Bad Baddie on his stream, right? And she said like having millions of dollars that she's bored. She's bored now. Like she brought all the best purses, she brought all the best cars, she lives in the best houses, she's been everywhere in her life, and she's bored. Only one thing I laughed about, because she's young, she's still a kid, and she's like, I would never run out of money. And I'm like, all right, girl, wait till you hear them 3 letters, IRS. So yeah, keep playing with them if you want to. Keep thinking that I'm gonna have all the money in the world. Okay, sure, all right, but I'm not hating. Listen, make your money. Again, it's about what you do with your money. Now, I could be wrong with Bad Baddie, whatever her fucking name is. She might really take her money and really put it into work. I could be wrong, because I don't know what she's doing behind closed doors. But what I do know is if she keeps spending her money, and the only thing that she got to worry about is OnlyFans and this and that and her music and stuff, all right? Because OnlyFans ain't gonna be around for 25 years. Your music has to be a classic, not old. They have to be classics in order for you to get paid. And you only get paid by what? You're not getting paid no $20 a song. A song. I mean, I'd be damn if you get paid $20 a song. Michael Jackson wasn't getting paid $20 a song. But, and you know what, one thing too, listen, I would listen, you know what, Bad Baddie, if you ever watching this, which I doubt it, here's a little advice for you, okay? If you start owning people publishing, like their music, then yeah, you making money. But until then, if you worry about your music, yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. But anyway, and I'm not hating. Like I said, I'm not hating. She can have all the money in the world. God bless her. Really. It's just all about what you do with your money. How you spend your money, how you grow your money. That's what it's all about to me. All right? So, anyway, not hating. Anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this show up, ladies and gentlemen. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Versus final word. Versus final word is real simple and real easy. Look, make good decisions in life and get rid of the liability and start picking up the assets, okay? I'm gonna say that one more time. Get rid of the liability and start picking up the assets, all right? Now, what I mean by that is like, look, we all have friends that we're close to, but we don't know. We don't know. Versa, what do you mean by we don't know? We don't know if they're a liability to us or they're an asset to us. Just know the difference. If your friend shows you that they are a liability and you start to pick that up, then you know that ain't the person to fuck with. All right? But if this person really supports your goals, your dreams, and know that you have potential in your goals and dreams, that person is an asset. Keep them. So, always make good decisions in life. You know, I be telling these young cats, like, the best advice that I ever heard is don't let 15 seconds get you 15 years. So, make sure that, you know, if somebody's having a hard time or they putting a whole negative pressure on you, don't let that phase you. You feel me? Just go on with your day and, you know, hey, just keep it pushing. You feel me? Because most people say life is too short. It's only short when you say it and when you make it short. Life could be one long of a journey. Depends on the decisions you make, how long of a journey your life can be. So, make good decisions, make better planned decisions with your life, and make sure that you keep a good financial, stable, generational wealth for yourself. All right? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta wrap the show up. And thank you for watching #TheVersaShow. And you guys make sure that you do these 3 things. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and you press that bell at the same time. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you once again for viewing #TheVersaShow. If you are new to this channel, you make sure that you just subscribe now to the #TheVersaShow channel. And look, don't even be scared. Go ahead and press that subscribe button, all right? You are now part of the channel. You are now part of the show. And I'm so happy you're part of the show because I'm telling you, this is the best podcast show. And we're going to get to that a little bit later. And also, too, if you guys also have some questions to ask me, hit me up on my DM, all right? You know what I'm saying? So if you have any questions or anything, any advice, hit me up on my DM or my comments down below on the channel or on this episode, and I will get to you on the next one. And talking about the next episode, ladies and gentlemen, we are only 4 episodes left. until the 100th episode. 4 episodes left. I mean, we are counting down. 4 episodes left to the 100th episode. So, I mean, you know, my boy was asking me like, yo, you gonna do something special the same way you did for the 2nd anniversary? And I'm like, I don't think so. You know, it just is the 100th episode. I'm so happy that I reached the 100th episode. Never think in a million, 32 years, I will reach to 100th episode. But I'm so blessed. I'm so happy that we're getting close to the 100th episode of #TheVersaShow. So I thank you guys so much. It's the 211th plus subscribers that keep the show going, keep the show alive. And it's also too the passion that I have for this show, the love that I have for the show that keeps this show going and running wild. So I thank you guys once again so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do thank you so much for viewing #TheVersaShow, and you should already know what this is. It's the best podcast around, and I am the Versa. And I see you guys on another episode here on #TheVersaShow, and you know I got to leave you with peace into the Middle East. Productions. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? I thank you for watching the latest episode on #TheVersaShow. For more new episodes, you make sure that you like, subscribe, and you press that bell for more new episodes. And if you have any questions to ask, to get my intake, my answer on this show, make sure that you add me on Instagram @TheVersa. And also, too, can't forget to follow, too, so press that button as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for watching. Until next time, #TheVersaShow, the best podcast around.